People need to be nicer to Razer. Right, okay, so I've noticed this over the past few days, just with even the Alpine announcement. So social media can be well toxic, and even if there's a good announcement, some people will be in the comments sort of like going, oh, but why are they releasing the Alpine thing now? I was expecting X, Y, and Z. Or, you know, like, oh, well, they announced this update 7 months ago. Why isn't it out yet? Oh, well, they've released the update, but it was supposed to be released at this update, and I'm not happy, and I want X, Y, and Z. You know what? People just need to mellow out, take a nice cup of tea. We're British, that's what we like to do. And just, you know, take a deep breath, right? Renato's released a statement with regards to all of this. It's very professional, very impressed with it. We're going to go through it. And the fact that a developer has to write this, is it's a bit of a shame, really. It's not that inflammatory, but, you'll get the flavor. We as a community are better than this, right? And it's only a small few. And, we'll just need to take a chill pill, okay? Let's get into it. So here's Renatos' statement. This was released yesterday at about 10 p.m. British Standard Time, I believe. We'll just go through it. He goes through some of the bits and bobs with regards kind of the response on social media to certain things, and we'll go through it bit by bit. So Renato, thanks again for this. Again, commendable that a developer is this kind of transparent with the community. I really appreciate it. It's also quite exciting because we as a community get to kind of communicate with them. So he says a few clarifications regarding comments on recent pages in the latest Alpine announcement. I was quite buzzed about that. 1. There is no release date for AMS2 version 1.6 outside the deliberately loose target of summer 2024. Or winter for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere. That goes all the way to mid-September, and I'm fairly confident we will make that by some margin. That's great. Just release it when you can, right? For those of us in the beta, right, we know things are going well. 2. Although I personally feel that proposing schedules are a sign of respect for users who have bought a game that is meant to be developed over time, after last year's final update, I've finally smartened up to the fact that despite the best intentions, announcing these estimated schedules cause more harm than good in every way, be it in the quality of the update, overall user satisfaction, and indeed, well, we're up to 3, aren't we? The well-being of myself and the team. So we won't do it anymore outside these very broad terms. Well-being is the key bit there. And I work in the surgical landscape, and burnout and well-being and high-pressured environments are a big thing for me. So I'm a big advocate of kind of, big supporter of mental health and well-being in the workplace, right? It's very, very important for what I do. I can appreciate exactly where they're coming from. Also, if you give people a deadline, they're going to kick off if it's not made. It's natural, right? So I can understand that. I can also sort of understand frustrations, but I think we need to be a bit more understanding, right? They're transparent about it. They've explained it. It's coming. The updates have always come, right? Okay. Yes, a little bit later, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, it's always been a good product and I've always enjoyed it. 3. If by any chance we don't make it in those broad terms, which again, I don't see happening for version 1.6 at least, then it's surely for good reason. While certainly best avoided, proposed schedules, be it for game updates or dev update articles, are not binding commitments nor promises, while you can certainly inquire for further updates, and we may give when we think we have an answer worth giving, such delays really don't warrant anyone's indignation. Exactly, it doesn't, right? There's more things to worry about, right? Like The Sims out, you can play it, right? It's only going to get better, and there's bigger things to worry about in the world than getting all angry, right, okay, about a version of AMS2 that's not going to come out in the next month, right? So just, again, people just need to relax a little bit. If you disagree, come fight me in the comments. I'll see you there. 4. Licensing deals might be announced out of the blue, like the LP one, which was blue, but that doesn't mean they happened overnight. Again, this is just explaining people's frustrations that this was announced as opposed to other things. The time span between an initial licensing conversation and a deal being signed for it can and has taken anywhere from 5 days to 5 years. Okay, the Alpine conversation actually predates IMSA's, and the fact we'll have the A424 in version 1.6, but not some other prototypes racing in this year's championship, is not a sign one deal has been favoured over the other, much less that further deals won't happen over time. Exactly, so those who are a bit frustrated that, I was expecting this, and I was expecting this, why have we done this, just take it easy. Finally, just an additional side note regarding comments about our, quote, time management skills, unquote. While we have earned all the jokes and memes in the world about it after countless missed release schedules, it's fair pointing out difficulty predicting schedules, which obviously we kind of suck at, fair play mate, is not the same as difficulties making best use of time. Efficiency is absolutely one of our key attributes and is one that bigger studios would pay many millions for, and some have tried. They're a small team, right? You've got to appreciate that, and they've cracked out an absolutely banging product as far as I'm concerned. So let's give credit where it's due, not to myself per se, but a team of extremely hardworking and committed developers who've been working flat out for the best part of the last 5 years. True. It would take anyone else at least 2 years to deliver the sort of leap we are pushing to deliver with version 1.6 in little over 8 months, or 4 if counted solely from the last update release. And it would almost certainly be sold as a new game. If one manages to condense 2 years of development to 8 or 9 months and then delivers that as a free game update, remember that, right, to a game originally released 4 days ago, the focus really shouldn't be on whether or not we first estimate it would take about 7 months. Winky emoji. I completely agree with him. It's, like, if you disagree with this, right, come and have a chit chat in the comments, right? I'm very vocal on my comment section, right? I'll respond to you. I'm more than happy to have a little chit chat with you. But keep it clean, because that's the way it should be, and we're all adults, right? So let me know what you think, right? Now, I think that this is all perfectly justified, right? I think people just need to mellow out a little bit. There are, it tempers from frustrations to just outright rude. And, I think we're a very small, tight-knit community. And for the most part, we're very positive. But there's always going to be an outlying element that's a little bit toxic, right? And, shoots their mouth off perhaps when they shouldn't do. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm very pro this. I'm very pro well-being. I am pro take as much time as you need. Small team, look after yourselves, deliver the product when you can. And they have done. I'm continuing to enjoy it, and I want to continue to enjoy it. I don't want to, be, pressuring anybody to release anything ahead of schedule and getting also a worse off product, right? From a selfish point of view, the longer they take on it, usually the better it is, right? When anything is rushed out due to crunch. Let me know what you think. If you've liked this or you found value in it, please hit the like button, consider subscribing. And if there's any more news, I'll keep it to TTR. You keep it to TTR. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take it easy. Bye for now.